everybody. It's me, Freddie Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to Freddie Friday Story Fun Time, episode 13, with me, your host, as I just said, Freddie Friday. Hello. This is my producer over here. Please say your name. It's James. Yes, it is James. So, producer, who keep me in line, and he really does a good job. I love to give him a hard time, but what's today's episode called?
Today's episode is called The Baker's Dozen Bloodhound.
Right, the Baker's Dozen Bloodhound. It's episode 13, also known as the Baker's Dozen, and the Bloodhound thing, we're going to get into it, because I'm always sniffing out the donuts. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's pretty much why we're calling it that.
Yeah, that's why. So, shall we get into it?
Yes, let's get into the story.
Jeez. How condescending of him. Ooh, okay. Well, then we'll get into the story. Okay, seriously though. So it's called the Baker's Dozen Bloodhound because the Baker's Dozen is 13 donuts. Can you guess what kind of donuts are my favorite donuts? Chocolate-filled donuts? That's close. They're pretty good, but I like the chocolate chip cookie donuts. Have you ever had one of those? I know most people haven't, but they do exist, and if you know how to make them, please send me some. So when I was a little pup, I used to live next door to a bakery, and they always made the fresh bagels. They called me the Bagel Beagle, but I'm not a beagle. And they, the fresh donuts on site, and you would smell the baking stuff from like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, Yeah, I know. And this time of year is a good time for donuts, bagels. The weather is getting cooler, those crisp mornings when they show up. You're like, I do want something big for my belly right now. I'm a 3-pound chunk, as you can see. So, I used to kind of hang out in front of the donut shop, and eventually we got to talking to the owner. They realized I wasn't no stray, I was a neighbor, and I wasn't trying to steal nothing from them. I was just, interested.
So what'd they do?
Well, they took me into the store, and they showed me around, and they showed me how to make the donut.
So did you make any donuts?
Well, not really. I was more interested in eating the donut than making the donut. I'll come buy a donut. I don't want to have to come back there and make a donut. Sitting with the chocolate chip cookies. So, it was a good life when I was a little kid like that. It was a good life. And I got introduced to all the different kinds of donuts that you can get from the Baker's Dozen. Like, jelly donuts. Nobody likes the jelly donuts, but we all know about them. The cream donuts, the ones that are like, what is that company that just make cream donuts?
Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. They pretty much make the same kind of donut, right? Like the cream filling, that's it. Well, that's a popular donut, in case you haven't noted. But then there's the chocolate chip cookie donut, which is pretty much just a chocolate donut. It's chocolate chips in a donut. But I'd like to think of it as a chocolate chip cookie donut because the dough is not that much different,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know too. So, but what are the other donuts, Can you think of any?
Well, there's like the Kreller, that's just like, dough and sort of a braided knot.
Oh yeah, right. I like that one too. It kind of looks like a chew toy. A chew toy. A chew. Yeah, that's a bad joke. But anyway. So, my lesson for the day, kitties and big kitties, is, can you bring the camera up a little bit? Thank you. So my lesson for the day basically is, let me fix my ears real quick, because I look silly right now. Hang on. Here, we're back. The lesson for today basically is, life is like the Baker's Dozen, It's not 12, it's 13, because it's always an odd number. Life is kind of odd, you know that. But it's all full of different kinds of flavors, and we should partake in all of them. You don't know you don't like a jelly donut till you try a jelly donut. You don't know you don't like to, play a certain sport until you try it. Try it. Try different things in life. That's a lesson for the fall, As the leaves are changing, try some different things, Because then the winter comes around and there's not much to try sometimes, except for, stuff from the house. And maybe we want to go out, So that's why today's story is called The Baker's Dozen Bloodhound. Because I can sniff out the donuts that I like. And that's pretty much it. The end. How was that?
It was pretty good. Sometimes we like to ad-lib these stories, Freddie.
Yeah, I know we like to ad-lib the stories. We know what we want to talk about, but we're not trying to write scripts. We tried that at the beginning, and it was just silly. So if you like what we've been doing, what should they do?
Well, they should like and subscribe on Instagram at Freddie Friday Story Funtime.
Yeah, Freddie Friday Story Funtime on Instagram. And then on YouTube at Freddie Friday. And then also, send me an email that this jerk will probably answer at some point. Freddie Friday Story Funtime at gmail.com. So, what are your plans for the weekend? I think I'm working. Oh, I see. Well, look like I'm having a boring weekend filled with lots of cups of coffee and chocolate chip cookies. But I love all you guys. Thank you for tuning in. You saw I took over here Instagram page yesterday. And if you like what we've been doing, as I said, like and subscribe. And you know what I always say. Toodles to the one you love.